on a new adventure.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. The channel is Kumbi Reacts. I am Kumbi. Today, guys, we are going to go ahead and get back into our QB ranking for the draft that's coming up, because the draft is officially less than 1 week away. So we've still got a few more quarterbacks to go in this series. So I've got to speed up the process, and we got to start getting through the rest of these quarterbacks. So we've gone through our first four, I believe. So we had number 1, I had Caleb Williams, obviously. Number 2, I had Jaden Daniels. 3, I had Bo Nix. And then the last quarterback we just did, number 4, I actually have Drake May. So that takes us to the number 5 quarterback that I have ranked in the NFL draft this year. And that would be, in my opinion, one of the biggest unknown quarterbacks. And that's JJ McCarthy. The reason I say he's one of the biggest unknown is obviously because of his lack of playing time. He has the lowest amount of playing time out of all the quarterbacks in the draft this year. And he's a lot younger guy, and he's got a lot of things that you see on film that you're like, wow, this guy can be a star in the NFL. And then he's got a lot of things that you just don't see at all because of whether or not he just doesn't have that ability, or whether or not he just hasn't had the time to show it. Because he was also in Michigan's offense, which was a very heavy run offense. John Harbaugh loves to be very heavy run, and he runs that pro-style offense that way. So did JJ McCarthy just not get the opportunities, or does he just truly not have that in his bag to do so? That's why we're going to check out him versus Alabama. Alabama, in my opinion, was one of the toughest defenses that they faced this year. So we're going to check that out in the Rose Bowl game and kind of break some of that film down. So let's go ahead and get into this.
Two-time first-team All-American.
Looks like they're starting out of cover 3.
McCarthy, sprint right, looking to pass, extending the play, being chased.
Yep.
And that ball is intercepted on the.
He doesn't even see the corner there, and he's trying to make a play. I'm going to go ahead and just like cut that down to, he's probably got nerves, right? I mean, we're talking, you're in the Rose Bowl game. This is your opportunity to be in a, move on to play in the national championship. I'm just going to break that down to the fact that his inexperience is causing a lot more nerves than it would a more experienced quarterback. And I 100% get that. There's so many games, especially my first year playing quarterback, that I was constantly like, I guess I would say afraid to make the big mistake. And by doing so, I allowed that to hold me back from allowing myself to make plays that were there. In JJ McCarthy's case, I think that he was trying to make a big play, but sometimes that can backfire too, in the opposite way of that it did for me, where, I was playing too safe. He was almost playing too careless with the ball. And again, that just comes with lack of experience. And I think that will get better depending on the situation he goes into, because I think JJ McCarthy is very much a situational quarterback. And most quarterbacks in the draft are, but I think that especially for him, he's not somebody that I look at as like a Caleb Williams or a Jaden Daniels, where I feel like they could go almost anywhere and they would find more success than the other quarterbacks would. Now, I said almost anywhere. I 100% don't know about the Patriots. I'm way off on the Patriots, but that's beside the point. JJ McCarthy to me is like the kind of guy, he's only got a few places in the league that he could specifically go that I think he's going to find success.
On the Corum, the running back, McCarthy in the shotgun.
He motion, quick screen out.
Receiver screen to the left side, and is more dodging.
And I noticed they got the ball back, so I'm not sure if there was a penalty on the play or something else, because, I mean, that play we just watched was like 10 seconds after he threw the pick. So I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if there was a penalty flag or what happened that caused that. So
with a wide receiver screen to the left side.
Looks like he got away with one, though.
As the play was reviewed, and it was ruled incomplete, not an interception.
Motion.
3rd and 8. McCarthy back to pass.
See, that's kind of what I like. And I know it was incomplete, but I love that about JJ McCarthy is he is confident in the pocket. You see that? He's not sitting there starting to get reckless back there and starting to get nervous, but he's just calm in the pocket right there. And then he goes through his progressions. He's going through his reads. You can see it here. See, he is looking here. That's his first read, I'm guessing, right there. You see him check to the second read, and then he comes all the way back across the field to his 3rd read.
3rd and 8. McCarthy
Just
back
like
to
that.
pass, moving left to right at the Alabama 48. Offense crests onto that Rose Bowl paint. McCarthy, that ball as he attempted, flanked by Donovan
And that's
Edwards
just
to his
Alabama's
right.
that good of a
Man
defense,
in
man. They've
motion
got
is Loveland,
playmakers
the
like
tight
that.
end. They quickly get it to Loveland.
Nice quick
He's
little
trying
pass.
to turn the corner, and then he's 46 yards.
So far in this game, you can kind of see, I think that what Harbaugh is doing is I think he's noticing that JJ McCarthy is playing a bit out of character, I guess you would say. And I think that he's trying to reel it back in a little bit by calling these quick routes, like these screens and such like that, just to kind of build some confidence on JJ, because I think that, like I said, whether JJ's super nervous and he doesn't want to make a big mistake, especially after throwing that interception that he got lucky, he got called back on. So I don't know if that's the case, or like I said, or if he's just playing too reckless because he's trying to make big plays and he just wants to put the game away early. So my guess is that he's down 7-0. You've already thrown an interception that got called back, so you got lucky on it. I think that his nerves are just starting to hit. So I think Harbaugh, like I said, he's just trying to calm him down. He's trying to give him confident plays, right? Those confident boosting plays that are just easy completions. Let you see, it's kind of like in basketball, right? Like you want to be able to see like a couple of your balls go right into the net, and that builds the confidence where you're like, okay, I'm starting to build a rhythm. And I think that's what he's doing with JJ here in this game.
Line for JJ McCarthy. And
Nice
he's going to
QB
run it
rollout,
himself
okay.
and has a good move to try to formation on 2nd down and 8. McCarthy. Play action. McCarthy on 2nd and 8. Being pressured. He escapes.
There it is.
He's
There
going
it
to look
is.
to tuck run
Good,
now.
good, good.
Throws late.
All right.
And tight formation on the left side. Michigan moving left to right. McCarthy back to pass.
That's
Is
a
able to
beautiful
get
play
it
call
complete.
right there. That is an absolutely beautiful play call.
On the left side. Michigan moving left to right. McCarthy back to.
And I don't know. I thought originally that was like a halfback screen, but that actually does not look like it because none of the line actually released out to block. So I'm not sure what the play call was, but I mean, this was like perfectly designed. Let me see what Alabama's running here. So you got 2 safeties deep. So, I mean, you probably talk possibly a cover 2 man. This close to the goal line, though. I mean,
on the left side. Michigan moving left to right.
yeah, so it's almost like a cover 2 man because he's supposed to be manned up here, it looks like.
McCarthy back to pass.
Maybe not because he sat that, so that's kind of a strange coverage that they're running there. I'm not sure what that is because it was almost like this corner over here is playing man. These two are almost kind of playing like the goal line. He looks like he's just playing almost like out here in this flat. And the linebackers are just playing their zone here. So I don't know if maybe this corner was wrong or that corner was wrong, and maybe it was supposed to be zone, and this guy's supposed to stay back, and that's why that completion went through.
McCarthy back to pass.
Because you see that he runs across the field with him. So
And into the end zone is Blake Corum. Field, as it's an empty set for McCarthy on 2nd and 6, who has time,
Good
goes
throw.
out to the near side. It is 2nd down and 11 from the 29-yard line after the penalty. McCarthy is going to go with a quarterback run, and McCarthy 1-yard
QB
line.
draw. I don't know if that was
Flanking
designed.
McCarthy, man in motion is Wilson to the near side. McCarthy
Beautiful
gets it
throw,
complete
man.
over the
Good
middle,
accuracy
trying to
right
fight
there.
it. The maize and blue framed against the sun-kissed sky here in Pasadena. McCarthy back in at cornerback, drops back to pass, has time, goes to the right side.
Ooh.
It will.
But see, I love the idea behind that because I'm very much that way when I played quarterback because I absolutely love those timing routes, man. And especially when you're going against a tough pass rush and they're getting to you quick, those timing routes, I absolutely love them. And that's, I think, what he was trying to do there. That right there, him and the receiver just weren't on the same page there, but like the concept and the idea is there. He's trying to throw the ball before the receiver makes the break so that by the time the receiver breaks and turns, that ball is almost right there already, and it allows for an easier completion. And like I said, it slows down the pass rush because as a defender and as the defense, you start to get frustrated with the quarterbacks that can basically three-step release. You know what I mean? Like they're getting the ball in and out within like a second and a half, and it gets frustrating because you can't get to the quarterback. So I love just the idea of what McCarthy was trying to do there.
Or will JJ McCarthy convert? 3rd down and 6, sprint right to
Sprint
McCarthy.
right.
Good pass protection, but the pitch down and 8.
Again,
Michigan
similar
from the
idea. He's trying to
31-yard
just
line.
anticipate that
McCarthy,
throw.
as they go with a roundabout orbit motion, fakes the short pitch, goes over the middle, and gets
Good
it
throw, good
complete
throw,
to
good
his
throw.
tight end, Colston.
Wide receiver in a tight end's body.
First down at the 42. Short pitch. They're going to throw back to McCarthy. Trick play.
And this
McCarthy
is just all the baller in
downfield
McCarthy
and
right
gets it
here. So
complete.
this is the kind of stuff that you look at, and it makes me feel more confident about him succeeding in the NFL. It just shows to me that basically he's got that dog in him. Like, he's not afraid to go out there and make a play, even though it's not in a traditional way. And I absolutely love that, man. That's what you got to respect about some quarterbacks. They just have that baller in them, right? And sometimes that's what it is. It's just, hey, like, let's just let him be a baller and let's let him do what he does. And that's right there is what I saw out of McCarthy right there. And I think that McCarthy also what he has going for him is he's very much a team player, whether that's hurting him positively or negatively in the draft, because I think it's going both ways because of he didn't throw the ball as much, but that was also because of he was not sitting here demanding to throw the ball a lot because he was a team player, man. He was all about winning. He's all about team. And that's fantastic. You know what I mean? Like, some teams out there, that's all they're missing is they're missing that quarterback who can make these kinds of plays, but they need somebody who's about team, right? So, but I just love that about McCarthy, man.
To Roman Wilson on third
And he
down.
takes a
McCarthy
shot there,
in the
too.
Shotgun with Donovan Edwards flanking him. McCarthy back to pass. Has time. Over
Beautiful.
the middle. Gets it complete. First down,
And
Michigan.
that little underneath
Morris
route and just
inside
let
the
your guy
10,
make a
striding
play.
to the
Is
end
that a touchdown?
zone. Did it to right. Wearing the maize and blue home.
So I just love that too. He just throws that little underneath pass. Take what the defense gives you and let your athletes make a play, man.
Jersey's his #1 seed. Four-man rush against McCarthy, who drifts all the way back to the goal line.
Throws
He's
out.
looking for anything, and then he throws it.
See right there, just shows his confidence that he came back to. Like, that was a very similar rollout and scramble like he had when he threw the interception on that first play. So the confidence that he has to be able to roll out and make that same play and this time have it go positively, you know, that just shows that he's not shaken right off the bat by mistakes.
From their own 27, as McCarthy is back in the shotgun with Edwards as the running back. He's in the pocket and gets a good look.
Way to stand
over the
tall in the pocket, even though you know that
McCarthy
defender on the
moves
blind side's
over
crashing
to that
down on you.
side. And he's going to pass on first down. Gets it out quickly. It's incomplete. Again, out of the shotgun
Quick
is
read,
McCarthy.
first read,
They are
hook.
2 of 7 on third downs. Five-man
Good
rush,
throw.
and that's
Ooh.
incomplete. He tried to go on the slant. Splits in formation.
On those kinds of those slants like that too, when they're running like that, almost kind of into the middle of the field, you almost want to put it more on them, like right on their chest. You don't really ever want to put that ball out, because the problem is you don't want your receiver to have to stretch out and then he gets cracked by a backer, because then you're just asking for him to get hurt. So that throw was a little bit inaccurate by McCarthy. Like I said, you want to put that more right on the face mask or right in the chest area for that receiver.
For Michigan on 2nd and 9 with 12 personnel. Play action. McCarthy,
Yep.
he was hit as he was trying to throw receivers to the top. One to the bottom.
Those are the most frustrating plays too as a quarterback. When you are a quarterback and you are watching a route start to develop, but you know that it's too early to throw it, and you know that route's going to be open, but then you get sacked. Those are tough ones, man. Those are so frustrating to get through, because I'm watching this corner route develop right here. Boom.
He was hit
That's where he
as
wanted to
was
throw that
trying
ball.
to throw.
That play is there, especially if you dart that ball in there and you put it on a line in there. That's going to be a tough throw to make. I get that, because you have him. You're going to have to basically dart it in there because of this defender, but you can't put it like you can't put a rainbow ball on it, because then you're giving this defender a shot. You also can't put it too much on a line, otherwise you're giving this defender a shot. So you almost have to layer that ball perfectly in right there. But that's an NFL throw. Those are the kind of throws that you're going to be expected to make in the NFL.
He was hit as he was trying to throw receivers to the
You
top.
can see that's where he was trying
One
to go,
to the
too.
bottom. Third down and 9. Man in motion inside. Four-man rush against McCarthy. He's backed up to the 15. He goes underneath. Incomplete.
Man,
12:47
that's
to
tough
play.
right there.
Michigan going right to left. Cresting.
Down by
that
4,
offense
fourth quarter.
on the Rose
Good
Bowl
throw.
logo,
Good
and
throw
they
right
get it
there.
complete to the near side to Wilson. Wilson inside.
Again, just take what the
numbers.
defense gives you. That's what you got to do.
Kool-Aid McKinstry yelling at each other.
Quick pass to the near side. Cornelius Johnson, Michigan from the Alabama 38-yard
screen,
line.
3rd and 17.
11-18 to play in
See
the
what you
game
got,
as they
McCarthy.
trail. Wide
Nice
receiver
quick screen
Morgan.
pass.
Morgan trying to find some
Beautiful. Just get
traction
yourself up
near
there
end.
into some field goal
Third down
range,
and 2
and
as
they don't even shoot for a
motion
field goal.
The
All
tight
right.
end. McCarthy to pass on 3rd and 2. It is
Ooh.
batted and incomplete.
Ooh, that is a scary play right there. And I think this is just McCarthy. Like I said, I don't know if I would say what McCarthy has is nerves, but I almost just think that it's like I don't know the right way to say it. It's like a mix of nerves and confidence, right? I think that he is just trying to make a play because he realizes the situation. He's 3 minutes 23 seconds left on the clock. You're down 13-20 in the Rose Bowl game, and I think he's just trying to make something happen. And this is kind of like the interception that happened earlier. It's just a matter of like, man, you're almost too trigger happy that you can see his accuracy is way off on this because he puts the ball too high on his receiver here. So it looks like he's going here. Okay. Originally, I thought he was trying to force that ball into here, but it looks like he's going here. It's just the defender here blocks it. Okay. That was my mistake. I thought he was throwing it there, but he was trying to put it in there, and that was the right receiver to put it at. You just got to layer that ball in there, which again, that's going to be an NFL throw. You're going to have to be able to layer over defenders to get the ball in a certain spot.
It is batted and incomplete. Trying to convert. McCarthy in the shotgun. Corum. McCarthy back to pass. Corum
beautiful throw. That is a breakdown by the defense. 50, they have nobody out there in the flat.
40, still on his feet. 35.
And I've noticed, man, McCarthy, man, when he is so quick to realize and recognize these mistakes by the defense that he takes advantage of them, and I absolutely love that about him. His short throw accuracy is just it's really nice and it's on point. The thing that scares me a little bit is, and this is kind of what people have talked about going to this, is I have yet to see in this entire game, I don't think I've seen him throw a pass past 20 yards, 30 yards. I have not seen that yet. Most of his passes have been either short to intermediate routes. So that scares me a little bit that he is not going to go over the top on you and try to make a play like that. Not saying he can't. I'm just saying in this specific game, we have not seen him try to push the ball downfield. Not force, but push the ball downfield and really stretch out that defense.
Flags come in. Ball is cresting on the 50-yard line.
Flag on that?
Down, Michigan.
What'd they get called for? I'm just curious to know what they got called for. Is it holding? Let's check that out.
Shotgun. Corum. McCarthy back to pass. Corum out of the backfield. Complete. Wide open. 45. 50. Other 45. 40. Still on his feet. 35.
Okay, so it came right there.
Flags
So it's probably holding then, yeah.
Cresting on the 50-yard line. First down, Michigan under 3 minutes to play. McCarthy's
nice
going to keep
run.
himself up.
Okay, all right. Beautiful run.
Him a 34, trailing by 7. 2:20 to play. Clock counting down. JJ McCarthy in the shotgun. Play action. Drops back to pass. Has a lot of time.
Beautiful.
And gets it complete.
So beautiful completion and stuff like that, but that's what I'm talking about right there. So that right there, he threw it what? We're talking like 25-ish yards, a little less than 25 yards, not counting from the line of scrimmage from where he actually released the football. That's the stuff that scares me, is because honestly, that ball was not very accurate. I mean, that receiver went up to get that ball instead of having it put right on him where he can actually just catch it and start running. Like, if you put that ball right into him, he doesn't have to do that, go up and get it. He possibly catches that and he can turn this corner and he can try to go and score with that. But that ball was so high that he had to go up and get it, which just slows his momentum. So that's the stuff that worries me about McCarthy, is his deep accuracy is just, it's a bit shaky. And like I said, that's the first time I feel like this whole game I've seen him throw past 20 yards, and it's a bit iffy on the accuracy. So
it is Wilson inside the 15, inside the 10.
I mean, this receiver still makes a hell of a play with that.
Back-to-back years. McCarthy in the shotgun. Second and goal. McCarthy to pass.
Beautiful.
Gets it completed. It's a touchdown.
Beautiful throw. That looks like the end of it. So, hey, I love that throw right there. Love the play call, and that must be, obviously Michigan wins this. I never watched this game, so I'm not sure how.
Second and goal.
If they go to overtime or what, but I mean, just a beautiful throw. Obviously, like I said, McCarthy seems like he's got a lot of confidence in himself despite the inexperience that he has. But again, like we kind of expressed my concerns going into this. The reason I have him ranked at number 5 is because of just, the accuracy scares me a little bit. The inexperience scares me a little bit just going into the NFL because, realistically, like what quarterbacks have kind of gone in with not a whole ton of experience lately. You have, what's the kid that San Francisco moved up to draft? I can't remember his name, but you guys know what I'm talking about. He's actually a backup for Dallas now, but like him, he had like 3 starts total, and the inexperience just is obvious, right? So that scares me. And obviously, I think JJ McCarthy has more experience, and he looks a little more crisp and cleaned up than Trey Young. Is that what his name is? No, Trey Young's a basketball player. What am I talking about? Trey Lance. So Trey Lance. Obviously, he's a lot more cleaned up than Trey Lance is, in my opinion, coming out of college. He also has the advantage of playing under Harbaugh, who runs a pro-style system. Like, that's almost as pro-ready as you're going to get being in that system. So he does have some things that coming out that are fantastic. You know, I'll be honest, if my Broncos were to somehow land JJ McCarthy, I wouldn't be mad. I think that he could learn and grow and develop under Sean Payton. The thing that scares me for McCarthy, if he were to go to the Broncos, is just we don't have the talent that I feel like he would need around him to be as successful as he can be. If he goes somewhere to like the Vikings, I honestly think that is like a best case scenario for JJ McCarthy. I think going to the Vikings would be absolutely fantastic. You get a fantastic head coach in Kevin O'Connell, who is going to, grow with you, learn with you. And I think a lot of the comps that I'm hearing for JJ McCarthy is Kirk Cousins, right? Kirk Cousins just was with the Vikings for the last, five seasons. So I think that the Vikings would be a great place for him to go. I think that if he fell into the later rounds and he went to another team too, that he can sit behind somebody, would also be beneficial for him. But I just don't see him being able to go to a team like the Commanders, like the Patriots. I don't see anybody going to the Patriots and finding success, to be honest. But but like the Bears, like those kinds of teams, I just don't know that he can go there and he can be the savior or he can really lift that franchise. So, let alone have success. I think that the big difference with him is just, between the Commanders and or the Vikings, to me is, you're 2 years and you're a backup or you're out of the league versus you have a chance to possibly have a Kirk Cousins-like career. So, but again, that's the thing with JJ McCarthy is he's kind of the unknown. He's the mystery of the draft. We don't know. He just doesn't have a whole lot on tape that we can really break down. He doesn't have the experience in college that we can break down and say, hey, like, this is what I think this guy's going to be. I think, like I said, it's hard to comp JJ McCarthy. I just think Kirk Cousins, because of that's what I see when I watch him play. But again, he's just he's a lot more athletic than Kirk Cousins is, in my opinion. But tomato, right? So you guys let me know what you guys think. Like I said, in my opinion, I think the best fit for JJ McCarthy is go to the Vikings and be able to be with Kevin O'Connell and really learn football and understand the game and really gain that experience through Kevin O'Connell. So, and you'll have weapons around you. You'll have the best receiver in the league. I mean, you'll have everything you need in Minnesota, in my opinion. So, but again, guys, let me know in the comments down below. Where do you guys think JJ McCarthy is going to go in the draft? What team do you think he's going to play for? And let me know, where do you guys see him being in the next couple of years? Do you think he's going to be a successful quarterback, or do you think he's going to have washed out of the league? So, but you guys let me know. With that being said, guys, we will let you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching.